Hello everyone, I'm Zeenat Firdaus and I have Dr. Sukant Khurana with me, who is a well-known entrepreneur, mentor, public speaker and a scientist. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
So I'd like to ask you that what are the benefits of working from home, sir?
We have previously covered it once when in the context of our company Ioncure, but I will take a broader look in answering it this time from the perspective globally. See, from the perspective of organization, it is reducing the cost of office space, related expenses such as parking, computer equipment, lighting, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, right? So um, remote workers save money on commuting, eating out, and clothing. Because when you're working from home, you aren't always dressed in the same way as you would be dressed in an office. Right? So it reduces travel cost, improves efficiency by reducing travel time, and reduces commuting time in form of traffic congestion. It's by and large very systematically known to improve quality of life. So surprisingly, there is by and large higher employee motivation and job satisfaction due to autonomy and flexibility. So several studies have shown that job characteristics sort of influence how employees behave. Right? So job satisfaction can be quite a bit subject to how the environment around them is. And according to job characteristic theory, the five characteristics of a job: skill, variety, right? Task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. So essentially, you can see that there is more internal work motivation, there's more autonomy in the cases of work from home. Now, on very lower end of work from home, that satisfaction again may not be there. So our experience also suggests wherever we have white collar workers who need to think and do things rather than be supervised for very tiny tasks, they tend to perform better and we benefit in terms of work from home. Remote work provides flexibility in scheduling, right? It gives the freedom because being outside office gives workers more choices. Remote workers don't have to stick to office routines, right? So let's say you can't do something, you may need to go out for 2 hours or 3 hours in the middle of the day. Let's say somebody has a kid they have to pick up, which would otherwise be difficult and will be adding to their extra cost of putting kid in some daycare center or something. They are willing to go to school, pick up their kid, come back, and then put in extra hours. So gives them the flexibility. So autonomy of remote work allows for lower work-family conflict. So it is a very nice thing for caring for children and elderly parents. It also has a different whole set of benefits in form of environmental benefits because you're reducing air pollution, traffic, right? You're also reducing the number of air conditioners on, even electricity usage for canteens in the company. So during COVID lockdown, even though the work didn't decrease that much, but the carbon emissions dropped by 5.4%. Now let's look at the bottom line of the company, right? Productivity, which will result in profits. Remote work, where often people suggested will result in lower output, right? Even as routine work as call center, where there was a study of Chinese workers, or if you look at, you know, various other sectors which are much more demanding, turns out that by and large, there's 13-14% increase in terms of productivity in a work from home setup. Okay, so it's not the same, and it results. There is another benefit, which is that there is increase in employee freedom and responsibility. That unless absolutely, you know, essential, um, people are being given more freedom also, that hey, in this time you do this, right? Or I want you to reach this target. And then employees do it based on their time, and they take more responsibility, they mature, they grow up faster, right? In fact, increase in responsibility to work has also resulted in data supporting the idea that remote work is a privilege, and in some companies considered a promotion. People are actually rising up quite a bit, doing remote work. And one of the very interesting things is there's lower turnover intention and higher loyalty. Remote workers actually are more loyal to the company and they're not leaving. So, which wasn't expected before all this remote work started, but you know, it's a very large number, a shockingly large number difference, right? And there are obviously all these things put together. By and large, if the management of a company is not psychotic, they can be tough, they can be easy, they can be more relaxed, they could have huge subdivision or could be more centralized. But by and large, for all structures of different companies, people have found all these measures um, to be beneficial, right? Especially for job satisfaction, perceived autonomy, stress levels, manager-related job performance, and lower work-family conflict. So these have been more than 46 studies which have been pulled together. So there seems to be a huge benefit. Uh, and there's indirect satisfaction of job because people also perceive themselves to be more autonomous, right? Um, there were concerns about work place relations to be affected, right? And there have been obviously some real concerns. So, but in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it, there are minor things. So, in fact, the best setups have been where people once in a while even sort of meet up, but they do a lot of work from home. So the broader thing is that in terms of advantages, there's work-life balance, there's improved work efficiency, there's greater control over work. The main disadvantages are home office constraints. Office has several other things, like you may have large printers, fax machines, various other things. There are more work uncertainties in work from home, and they can occasionally be inadequate tools that you are not able to do all your work from home. In the grand scheme of things, we do think this is the future. And this is exactly where I think the rest of the world is also moving. Thank you.
Very insightful, sir. Thank you for answering my question. Anyone who is interested for free training at Ioncure can apply at volunteer@ioncurerx.com. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.